The topic for today is going to be shaped and molded. Shaped and molded. I have three principles that will help anybody go to the next level no matter where they are in life. Okay? The first one is going to be lose your pride. What are some of the reasons we won't lose our pride? Being hurt is one of the reasons. Sometimes it happens early in life. We build up a defense mechanism. So what I mean by that is sometimes when early on in life things happen to us, uh, and we hold grudges and we hold this negativity and we hold this baggage, as we get older, and we allow this past hurt to affect us along the way. We allow this negativity, whether somebody perpetrated you or somebody did something to you that you had no control over, no matter what it was, um, we allow these things. Or it could have been something, it could have been, something you did, something that you did, and you noticed along the way that it made you feel bad because you made that choice. So we allow past hurt sometimes to, stop us from moving forward, and it makes us feel like we less than, and make us feel like we not good enough. So lose your pride, and what that has to do with losing your pride, your hurt. We build up a defense mechanism because we don't want these things to happen to us anymore in life. So we build up these defense mechanisms that seem to help us, but actually keep us where we are. There is a place and time to know yourself and know your value, where you have to speak up for yourself and you have to defend yourself on several different platforms. When it comes to you, you have to defend yourself, but based off the level of hurt, or where dealt with hurt in your life, sometimes that can be the very point where we get defensive and we lose the character of being able to trust the situation to move forward. That's what I mean by that. Hey, there are certain different scenarios where you should defend yourself and you should fight for yourself, but what I'm talking about is that we uh, put up a defense mechanism and we have too much pride to, you know, let your guard down to get help or to move forward. Okay? So you got to let the defense mechanism down in order to allow, something to come in to heal your mind, heal your body, heal your heal the your circumstance. Okay? So that first one is losing your pride. Okay? Pride can come from a lot of different things in life. Um, it cannot just come from you being hurt. You could be coddled so much, you could be spoiled, and that can give you a sense of pride. It's nothing wrong with knowing who you are. It's nothing wrong with being assertive. It's nothing wrong with being confident in yourself. But what I mean is sometimes being coddled and being spoiled can give you a level of arrogance that can put you in a place where it's not necessarily you coming from a place of hurt. You coming from a place of over excessively understanding something about yourself that is not good. And what I mean by that is that uh, moderation is good, but sometimes we can take things too far. You can think that you're more than what you are. We all are flawed. We all have issues, but coming from a background where you you become too arrogant because of you coddled or being spoiled, or because you was just given everything, you know. So you have a mindset where you don't know what it means to be hurt as such. You don't know what it means to suffer at some point. So at that point you become proud. Okay, you're not doing it from a defensive mechanism. You're not doing it to protect yourself. You're doing it because you feel like you're more than what you are. So that's are two different dichotomies. You can come from a place of being proud, okay, and then that can prevent you from moving forward, because people may not necessarily want to deal with you because you over intensify who you are and whatever you have to do, whatever you do in your life, and you just do everything over the top, and people can't deal with you because you too excessive. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? You think of yourself too much, and you can't, and people can't deal with you if you think of yourself too much, and then people can't deal with you if you think too less of yourself too. So you have to find a balance to where you have to lose that pride, you know. So okay, to keep from being hurt and to cause you to not value trust. Okay, trust is very important because you know when you used to doing things on your own, it makes you feel comfortable because you made the choice to be in that situation. Well, I made the choice. I know the situation didn't make it better, but at least I made that choice, so you feel comfortable and you feel safe. So people want to feel safe. Not necessarily you move on to the next. It stops you from moving on because you too afraid. You move out of scarcity. You too afraid of the risk, the possibility of something happening. You know what I'm saying? And you never is able to move forward. So losing your pride means that you have to be able to trust the process. Okay, trust the situation that it will, work out, and you know that everybody is not always out to get you. Everybody's not always trying to hurt you. And you can run people off because of your hurt, or you can run a good thing off, or a good situation off, or you can miss out on a good opportunity because you fail to realize the situation, or you think too highly of yourself to really assess the situation, to be humble enough to let that pride go so you can learn and move to the next level. Okay, so people like this, they like the insight to feeling the pressure of being structured. Okay, so some of these people don't want to be structured because they're structured. They're the way that they build themselves help to protect themselves. Okay, from the possibility of what may be out there. Okay, and it prevents you from being able to go to the next level in life because you built up a mechanism to live in a place of scarcity, to live in a place of fearfulness. Okay, and it makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel safe, and that's not always good. I mean, you may be comfortable, but if if you want to move forward, you will never be able to move forward because you're thinking like, well, I got to do this and it has to happen that way, and then necessarily it may not happen exactly the way that you want it to happen. So sometimes you have to, especially for men, I believe, and this is for anybody, but especially for men, I believe that you have to take risk, and you have to be in the mindset of allowing yourself to be open enough to accept some things and not be too prideful. I believe that most women nowadays are more prideful than men. Maybe back then during the olden times there was maybe a different, dichotomy. But yeah, that was the first one. Losing your pride. You want to go to the next level, lose that pride. Okay. The second one is you can't be shaped or molded with a hard surface. Okay, you got two kind of people in this world. Okay, just two. The first one is people, they like clay. Okay, they like putty. Okay, they don't really have a shape. They don't really have a form. Soon as you attach yourself, or soon as you want to form it, it allows you to mold it. Okay, it don't have no pushback. It's not trying to fight you. Whatever is trying to mold it, it automatically obeys. Okay, it automatically forms to the shape that the potter is trying to mold it into. Okay, you got people like that. Then you have other people, and other people are like iron. Okay, a lump of metal. See, a lump of metal, more so, or like a rock. You know what I'm saying? It's already molded. It's already have a shape. It's already hard. You can't really mold it. You can't really shape it because it already has a frame. It already has structure. It's already built to be that way. And whatever caused it to shape like that, But people like this, uh, okay, people like this have to be put into the fire in order to mold iron people, in order to mold male, in order to mold iron or metal. You have to put it into the fire. People that are like clay, you don't got to put them in the fire. They just automatically, they just be molded. However, people who are like iron, people who are metal, have to be put in the fire. Okay? Because they already have a defense mechanism up. They already been hurt. They already gone through some failures. They already gone through some things in life, and they already shaped and molded. And they can't move forward because they live their whole lives protecting themselves. Okay? All right? So they can't be molded. So these people have to go through struggle in life. And I think I've been more of the person who've been iron. Okay, when I first started, because of the things that happened in my life, I think I've been hurt a lot. Okay, and it shaped me to be harder. Okay, and I've allowed the scarcity of fearfulness to guide my choices. And a lot of people like this in life, because you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to be you don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, so I had to go through the fire. You have to go through fire. You have to be broken down to a liquid in order to be built and molded into something so much more better. Okay, so you have those people who are clay, who can already be molded. They don't have no defense mechanism up. They haven't been hurt like that. They haven't gone through no struggle to where they have a defense mechanism. And these people can automatically be molded and shaped into whatever the potter wants, or whatever wants it to be. Okay? And people more so been like myself, though, they have to go through a process of breaking down the materials of trying to protect themselves. Okay, because of the mechanism that allowed it to be hurt, or something perpetrated it, or something caused it to act in a defensive mechanism, okay, in a defensive way. So, people may not even be attacking you. Something may not even be happening. But you will make up a scenario for it to happen just to feel the scenario to put up a defense. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So it's something could not even be happening, but you will think it's happening because people didn't hurt you so much. People then talked about you so much. People then reject you so much. People then push you so much that it caused you to firm and rock up, okay? And metal and iron up, okay? So people can just be nice, so people can come your way, and you will make them feel bad because you think they trying to hurt you, or you think they trying to, do something to you, okay? And you have a lot of people in this world who are like that. But if you're special, and I believe God has his hand on you, I believe that God will send you through the fire to make you better so you can make other people better, okay? So, all right, that's the second thing. You can't be shaped or molded with a hard surface. So those surfaces that you tend to if you want to be married, or you want a long-lasting relationship, or you want the position on your job, you gonna have to be broken down. You're gonna have to let that self-pride go, and you got to lose that pride. You got to humble yourself, and then you'll have to let that hard surface go to stop trying to protect yourself, and stop thinking that everybody is trying to hurt you, or somebody's trying to go after you. So you have to let that guard down. I know why a lot of women are like that, but for men as such too, you have to let that, you always keep your masculine frame, you always be that, that you want, but at the same time, there are some things about yourself, that you have to let go in order to move forward, okay? The third and last thing that will help you go to the next level no matter where you are in life is learn how to accept rejection and failure, okay? And this is one of the hardest things out of all the ones, okay? Self-pride, and you have that excuse of why people, have that pride, okay? And then you have the second one where, you have that, the reason why you have that pride is because of you don't want to be hurt, okay? So you build up that hard surface, okay? So the last thing is that a lot of what people give up on is, learning how to accept rejection, because people want to be accepted. They think that, they don't know what to do, or they don't know what to say, or they don't know how to handle themselves around, people, because they so worried about how they look. They worried about what people are thinking, because they always want to be in a light to where everything is going to be perfect, okay? You have to recognize when you're dealing with people, and you're dealing with people, that people are not perfect themselves, okay? And you can't put other people on a pedestal to diminish your own platform, okay? So that you look down upon yourself because you trying to put yourself in a position to where you think people are better than you, okay? So you lift them up, or you come in a place of vulnerability that's not good, okay? That type of vulnerability not good, because you're not assertive enough to understand who you are as a person, to understand who you are and who other people are, okay? So that means that you don't allow the thoughts of others, you don't allow the projection of others, or what people may project or think you are, to stop you from moving forward. So you have to, every real man, what I believe, or real woman, been through rejection, okay? A lot of successful people have gone through rejection, okay? You get a bunch of no's, you get no here, no there, No, we don't think you're a good fit. No, I don't want to be your boyfriend, or no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Or no, you can't have this job, or no, you can't have this money. Or it's just no and no and no. You know, I don't think you're good enough. I don't think you're the person for it. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you have the ability. I don't think that you are being qualified. I don't think you qualified enough to do it. I don't think this is a no and no. And what makes you stronger is that you have to keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward and keep moving and say, okay, you may not, the next person will. Or if that person won't, the next person will. You have to see yourself as getting that yes. You have to see yourself in that position. You have to see yourself knowing exactly who you are and getting exactly what you want and what you need out of life, because life is just not about happiness. It's also about duty and understanding, suffering to get to the parts of happiness that you need. And that's where what we miss a lot of times. We think that we want that instant gratification to where just people accept you. I would rather deal with someone that can be shaped and molded than deal with someone who has a lot of skill and can't take orders and can't learn. If you already know it all, it's good that you have that talent. It's good that you have that ability to do that. But if you don't have the wherewithal within you to also learn how to lose that self-pride, also be humble enough and meek enough to receive, okay, then how can you go to a next level? No, I don't care that you know how to do that. I don't care if you know, because you're going to always miss the mark anyway, because you're going to think it's just based off your works or based off what you're doing, okay, which is good and fine. But I'd rather deal with someone with a little lesser skill set that is willing to learn and willing to be shaped and molded. I understand why some people back in my younger years, why I was rejected so much from a lot of different other things, because I wasn't willing to be shaped and molded. I didn't want to listen. I thought I knew it all. Okay, and when you're young like that, you're naive, and when you've been hurt, you put up a defense mechanism because you don't want people to hurt you no more. You don't want to be vulnerable like that no more. Okay, so you want to try to be hard. You want people to respect you. You want people to give you that respect, and you think that you have to do X, Y, and Z just to get that respect. When in reality, getting respect is also understanding who's trying to tutor you, who's trying to coach you. And if you're on that basketball team or football team, in order to get the best out of you, you have to really give yourself. You have to really listen. You have to say, hey, I know I got skill. I know I'm not just here for skill. A lot of guys got skill. A lot of guys that's on that team got skill, and on other teams. And then you go into the platform to where in the arena where you have to compete. So in the winners win because they know how to be coached. They know how to be led. And in one way, in order to be a leader, you have to know how to follow. The reason why I never been in a position to lead is because I didn't know how to follow. I thought maybe protecting myself and thinking I'm going to go this way always kept me where I was, okay? And living in a place of scarcity and living in a place of not being able to do it, okay? You have to start somewhere, all right? And if you keep giving up, if you keep thinking that you're not good enough to do something, then people are not going to trust you, okay? So they have to trust you too. But you have to trust yourself to be led. You have to trust yourself to be open up. You have to trust yourself to allow people to mold you correctly and not think that they're always out to get you or lead you down the wrong road. There are people like that, but there is a spirit in you to be able to recognize what that is, to defend yourself when it's right. But don't think that that's always the scenario. I always got to put that on the forefront. I always got to do this to, you know what I'm saying, to prove who I am when the weakest bark the loudest, okay? Okay? I think the strongest are more quiet, you know, and they act more so out and they more dedicated to the action, okay? So we dealt with losing your pride. We dealt with losing that hard frame. I'm not talking about losing a masculine frame or a feminine frame. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that frame that's there to protect yourself when you should be trusting, and you should be, allowing the teacher or the preacher or the manager, you know, to mold you and shape you into the person you need to be, or the coach, or whoever that person is there to make you a better person. Whoever that potter is to make you into, a stronger person. Okay? You have to really open up and allow that person to help you. Okay? That's why I don't like know it all. I used to try to be that way, like, well, if I can show people that I know everything, you really find out how stupid you are. Okay? And the more wiser you become, you recognize, well, when you talk more and you think you know it all, people find out how foolish you are. But when you wise, you find out how much you don't know of yourself, and you say, oh, well, I need to be a little more quiet, or I need to be more tactful, or I need to be more decisive how I handle this situation, because I recognize I'm not as smart. I recognize that I don't have all the information. And then therefore you become wise. You say, even the Bible at one scripture say that not to be wise in your own eyes, which means that, you can't think that you understand everything without really finding out how to listen to other people and incorporate people who don't look like you, people who don't operate or believe like you, have a lot of insight about things, maybe about your situation that you may not, been aware of. So you have to open up and you have to listen and not look on the surface, but look on what people are trying to give you, what people are trying to do to help you. And if you're not willing to, then people can't deal with you. All right. Last but not least, trust the process, lose the pride, get rid of the hard surface, and allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to fail better and fail up. When you make mistakes, don't give up, because it's how you get back up. It's how you keep going, and it's how you stay consistent and dedicated to something. Okay? Because you're going to get a lot of criticism out there. People not going to... I listen to some of the criticism, because sometimes people may be coming from a place where you think that they are criticizing you in a negative way, but it may be the very thing you need to change your situation or make your situation a little bit better. So you also have to take constructive criticism. And the truth is not always bashing or hurting someone. Sometimes you're going to need the honest truth to move forward, because I don't want people around me that's going to lie to me or boost or gas my head up to a point to think that I'm making something better that I'm not making better. Okay? I'm only thinking that I'm making it better because people are saying, or those people or those so-called friends around you not giving you the honest truth. They just making you feel good. And then down the road, you really fail and you hit the wall, is because you didn't have those people around you to be honest enough about what you're going. When you go to the doctor, you need that doctor to tell you exactly what's going on with you to fix the situation. Or how can a doctor fix you if you don't know the truth about yourself, or the truth about what's going on? So you have to be honest with yourself and know that, hey, yeah, I know that I've been a little hard. I know that I had a hard surface, or I know that I've been a little arrogant or a little proud. But now it's time to move to the next level. Let that pride go. Let just because you got some skill or just because you got some talent don't mean that you have to be the know-it-all, and everybody has to listen to you, and everybody has to follow you just because you know how to do a couple of things real good. Hey, if you're not in that position to lead yet, let that coach mold you into the person you need to be, because hard work is going to outdo skill all the time. Okay? Hard work is going to outdo talent. It's good to have talent. I know a lot of people that can do a lot of things good. I know a lot of people that can play basketball but never make it to the NBA. I know a lot of people that can sing and never get that contract. Okay, I know a lot of people that can rap and never get that contract. I know a lot of people that can do a bunch of things, but they never been able to move forward because of their pride, because of their arrogantness, because of their defensiveness. Okay? So you have to humble yourself no matter who you are to be a better person and to go to the next level. I love you, family. I'm out. Peace and love, inspiration, and motivation. Right to you. I'm out.